am sending you out to the war of survival. You will either leave this house alive or dead. So make your choice. You either stay and be removed as a corpse, or you leave with this 40,000 naira and go to war of survival by yourself. These were the words of UK's husband, Daddy Rich. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming. So, if you are unmarried, you better learn, because these days our parents do not have time to advise us pertaining marriage. So if you are still single, or if you are still looking forward to marry, or if you are even married, you should always learn something from all these people that share their stories, whether good or bad. Don't just listen to it for listening's sake, but pick some points in case you see these signs in your relationship. All these mistakes made by Ukeme have taught me a lot of lessons. So I'm wondering why a woman will know that her husband pregnanted someone outside, and she has not given birth for the man. She is very free to leave the marriage because the children she has are not for the man. It is so easy to walk out of that marriage and keep your head high. But a woman like Ukeme decided to stay, even to the extent of sharing the new house. She was moving to stay with her husband after her husband has been living in a kiosk, according to her, in a pako with underground water for many years when she met him. She used to manage the place with him until they gave them a house in the barracks that will contain she, herself, and her 2 sons, unknowingly to her that the plan of the in-law was to push her out and then bring in the new wife who was about to give birth, so that she will give birth in the husband's house. Because if the man don't rush and go and pay her bride price, if she has that baby outside wedlock, depending on her culture, her people might decide that that baby does not belong to the husband. So most of these men that they are still waiting upon the Lord with their wife, if the man starts going astray, he might not be protecting himself, thinking that the fault might be from him. And if he does anything with any woman, and that woman later tells him that she is only preg, he has already started being interested, not to talk of pregnant. He will not forget, he will not remember whatever vow he took with his wife. The most important thing for him is to pick in that woman and bring her home. Unlike the one of Judy Austin and Yul Edochie, that one is clear that 2 of them has been dating for years. Before he couldn't let her go, he decided to bring her in with the baby because he wanted more children. But in this case, Ukeme hadn't given birth to his own child, so he felt that since she has her own 2 children, that she will not mind. And surprisingly, Ukeme did not mind. She was ready to share that home with the new wife. Maybe their plan was for Ukeme to stay in one room, then the husband will be in one room, then the new wife will be in one room. Or if it's 2 rooms, if it's only 2, because all these barracks, they normally give family only 2 rooms. If it were 2 rooms, Ukeme will stay in one room, while her husband will stay in one room, the master bedroom, with the new wife and the child. And then they felt that for her children to join, that it will be crowded, the house will be too much crowded, and that her children will be messing up everywhere. That when her children are involved, neighbors will notice something fishy. But if Ukeme could take her children somewhere else, if she comes, the neighbors will think she is the mother-in-law, the mother of the new wife that came to take care of the new wife. So she'll be there. If people coming, she'll be the one cooking, and bathing the baby as somebody that already have experience until the wife's mother comes. Then they'll be living as one happy family. And Ukeme never planned to marry a man that will bring in a second wife. She was thinking that it was just going to be a married couple, wedded couple, both of them with her own children. Not knowing that as another woman don't get belle, their plan was to bring her in so that there will be two wives, which Ukeme was not about to have it. So, for her to tolerate all these things was because she looked at herself and discovered that this marriage has not been up to 2 years. What will people say? In her mind, she was like, what will people say? And her being a content creator, she made videos upon videos, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 10, part 20, about her engagement, about her wedding. It was hot during that period. Everywhere was bubbling with Ukeme's wedding, everything. And it was still in that her wedding that the problem of she and her sister started by she inviting Peace to her wedding. She announcing her wedding in public on YouTube. And Peace, not her sister, the other Peace wanting to go and celebrate with her. And of course, Peace herself was looking for content. If she go and celebrate with her and take photos, videos, and also post, it will build up her channel. So she contacted Ukeme, and they found out they come from the same, they are both Akwa Ibom women. That was how Peace carry her bag and went to Uyo to do that wedding, to celebrate that wedding with Ukeme. From celebrating the wedding with Ukeme, Peace now met Edith, and Peace already knew that Edith must be there because they were still in good relationship, Edith and the UK. So from there, Peace met Edith. It was from meeting Edith that they started talking, and she found out that Peace has a company where she sent people to go and do house help in people's house, or take care of children, all those things. And she herself was into that. And that was how Edith told her that she is looking for somebody. Then Peace promised to help her get somebody. But on the second thought, Peace decided to go by herself because she needed to grow her channel through Edith. She saw that Edith is a big fish. So she now put herself in to come and help her until she's able to get somebody. And from there, grow her channel. That Edith should help her. So that was how Peace, upon coming to UK's wedding, she now went to Edith's house. And that was where the whole story started. From her being there, from her going to visit UK, that she met first, that she came for her wedding. That was how, before you know it, gossip setting and backbiting setting. And she didn't do your hair. Come, let me go and do your hair. She didn't give you anything to go. Come, let me give you fish. Ukeme was trying to play the good sister, the good kind sister. Why, instead of allowing Peace to go back to the village, why didn't you tell her to come and live with you? Because if she had seen, if you had allowed her to come and live with you, she will grow her channel with you. You will help her. Then she wouldn't want to go back to the village. At least, even if it's a month or two, let her come and stay with you. And if she had come to stay with you, she will see your own true character. Because you felt that she has seen everything about Edith. So let her come and stay with you and see your own true character when you are angry. Not when you are just on the surface doing But you didn't mention that. You just gave her things and she went to the village. And now you became a saint. And it didn't end there. It didn't end there that you gave her things. You started throwing shades. You see? So that was how you ruined your relationship. So that same wedding with you and Daddy Richie, and with all the money you spent, you gave him money to buy ring to engage you, and money to buy ring to wed you. You sponsored the wedding. Women, even if you must support a man, make sure he brings not even half, 1.5 of the wedding. You bring a little percent, 1% of the wedding. So that anytime he is trying to throw you out, he will remember the money he spent on traditional marriage and wedding. But if you are the one that gave him money to sponsor everything, or you bring half of it, he will not have nothing to lose. He will feel that he didn't spend much. So that was the whole thing, and that was where Daddy Richie got the mind to treating her that she either pack her things and go, or she either live here alive, or they will carry her corpse out. Meaning she either live here alive or she live here by. So which means he has made up his mind to throw her out, but she's refusing to go. So the next option is to buy her, because she already went to the extreme after hearing about what he did, calling all the neighbors, involving the neighbors, involving the in-laws. Everybody was calling this man. Something that you should first of all calm down. Two of you will keep sorting it out. The same thing you did with Edith. You came out and you started throwing shades, exposing Edith. That was the same thing you did to this your husband. The tears that your sister dropped came to fight you, because you still went to do the same thing you did to her, to your husband. Somebody that is for you, you don't gossip that person. If you hear gossip about that person, you are the one to come and tell the person. You'll see what people are saying about you. Is it true? That is what they call a loyal person. But if you are with somebody, maybe your husband or your sister, your brother, you go out to gossip them to strangers, the trust will not be there again. So for you to, any little thing, you pick up your phone, you call the mother-in-law, you call your father-in-law, you call your sister-in-law, you call your brother-in-law, you call your mom, you call your dad, you call your stepmother, you call your this, you call your dad. You see? And as you are calling them, you are giving them the go-ahead to call him, to talk to him. Because if you are just telling them to console you, then you tell them, don't tell him, oh, I'm just telling you to be aware and to hear your own advice. But they will ask you, they will tell you that they will call him. Don't worry, I will call him and talk to him. You will agree. And you think they will call a grown-up man that they are not feeding, an army man for that matter, that they are not feeding. Do you think it was when you were little with your siblings that you call your mother to report Edith, call your mother to report a peace, call your father to report your brother, call your stepmother to report this? You still have that childish inside you. You need to grow up. So that reporting you were doing as a child, and the parents will call the sister, caution, you call your cousin, caution her. You still carry it to your husband's house. Didn't anybody advise you that you don't be the first to report a man? Let a man report you. Let the man, even if you are right and he's wrong, let him be the one to go out and report you. Let those people call you to question you. Then you are free to tell your own side of the story. Then when he's feeling ashamed and asks you, you will tell him that he was the one that first of all reported it. So you have to tell your own story. You don't need to hide anything, because if you hide it, those people will assume that your husband is right, that you are a wrong person. They'll be keeping record. But when you open up, since he has already told them what he wants to tell them, you open up and expose him. He will not have any reason to blame you. But when you just be the first person, even if he's the one dealing with you, you call this person to report him. You call this person. That is not nice. Imagine a full-grown man, an African man. Then after reporting him, you feel that he will come home and two of you will stay together when people have already known some things he didn't want to tell them. When you have already, he doesn't even know if he's still with you, whether you will still tell them that you are him, just kerewa, or he begged you for kerewa, or you didn't kerewa. He will not stand with you again. He will not have confidence in you. He will not confide in you, because you have carried their matter even to the neighbors. Strangers are calling his phone. So how do you expect him? He knows, inside him, he knows he did a very embarrassing something. But you were supposed to hide his embarrassment until he's the one that will go and report and say, I don't know what I did to my wife. She did this. Let them call you. You will not tell them what he did. So, and you expect that after everything, you still live together. You even said he stopped eating your food. For a man to stop eating your food, he's suspecting that you will put something, either love potion or something to sniper to buy him, because the trust is no more there. He's seeing you that you have that mind to buy him because of the attitude. You cannot expect after every bad mountain you bring out food and he will collect it from you and eat, because that same food is what you use and deceive people, that you feed the people. So he rejected your food. He doesn't want it anymore. He started eating outside, going to the woman pregnant for him to go and eat. And that must be an advice from his parents. That as you are, you have the mind to buy him. That is why he stopped eating your food. And when a man rejects a woman's food, that is the worst thing that a man can do to a woman. Even though not all women, there are women that even if you don't eat, she will even be happy to reserve the food for herself. So he stopped eating your food. And as we could see in your live stream, he came home and got his food and started eating. Maybe he bought it. That food is not even from your pot, because I don't think it's the same thing you people were eating. You were eating one food thinking that it will entice him to come and join you. But I think maybe he came home with another food, or I don't know. So you stop eating together. So that love, everything turned to bitterness. And you people were showing too much love on the internet. Pepper them, pepper them. And you know that a lot of your relatives, your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, all your in-laws, they are watching. So after seeing all that display of love, you now come and be telling the story. After you have enjoyed the man, dry him, finish. You now come and tell them the story. So they will not listen to you. So your ring, maybe he used it to propose to the second wife. She must be wearing that ring in her finger. And if your hand and her hand are not the same, he will go and sell that ring, use the money and buy another ring for the woman. It's a pity that all he could give you was just 40,000. That is to show you that he doesn't have, that you have been the one sponsoring him, while you are accusing your sister, your cousin, that her husband, they feed them. See the way you are saying it. The one where that the wife is feeding him. The one where wife they feed. See the way you were saying it. Why you were the one. You have spent your life savings. Even the ones you got for your parents that you have saved for years. You have spent it on your own husband. And after everything you did, he still threw you out. I beg you. I'm talking too much, eh? Thank you for watching. The video is too long now. You can make it say, I don't know how you will listen to advice so that you will not make a further mistake in your life. Learn from all these things you went to. Don't just tell your story. Be very careful with any man you meet now. Just know that you are no more that 20 years old, 23 years old like your younger cousins. They have not reached that age that man go to do shakara for them. Now then go still they do shakara. You are the age now that you have to humble yourself with any man that comes for marriage and you like the man. Just humble yourself and accept some certain things if you want the marriage to work. If you really feel that you need to have more children, you have to take a lot of bullshit. Let me not call it well. So that you will be able to achieve your goal of having more children. But if you are impatient, or if a man shout back, my dear, the next thing he will be looking for how to fling you out from the window. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Bye-bye.